What's up, nerds and nerdettes and wee little nerdlings all? It's your buddy Big Johnny G for Two Gun Pixie presents Legendary Gaming.
Shut up and sit down.
Thank you very much. I'm your buddy Big Johnny G, and this is another episode of Tabletop Takeout Tuesday. This is where I drop bullet points, not full-blown reviews, but just bullet points as to why myself, my wife, the two-gun pixie partner, Tom Vulo, or maybe one of the many 20-sided warriors have enjoyed a particular title once it's hitting the table. And today, I have everything dropped accordingly. Then earlier in the month, I did another version of this title, another skin of this, and now I want to talk about Villainous again. This time, well, why am I building this up? You've already seen the thumbnail. So I want to talk about Marvel Villainous. And why wouldn't I? A game where I and you get to play a vile, malicious Marvel villain? Yes, please. Let's have some more of that. Well, actually, there's a few games on the market where you get to play the bad guys, and particularly there's a few Marvel games already. But this takes it a little bit different, using the Villainous style, I think. And I really like the way it goes. You're going to find, well, I find anyway, a deep strategy that's going to be involved with each of these villains. They each have their unique card sets. They each have their own goals, different from everyone else's, that they need to achieve in order to win the game. This series of individualnesses, uniqueness, between so much that's going on between the players as villains, really brings this game to another level that most games don't have. Being completely asymmetrical right down to the goals, as well as the powers and the abilities, is rather refreshing, I think. There's also a fun, and it's not the entirety of the game. It's not what the game is based really about. But there's a fun take that aspect to the rules of this game. Mostly involving screwing up the plots, plans, and machinations of the other villains, the players sitting around the table with you. Because the individual deck of cards that each villain has will have cards that you can play on the other player's board cards, character boards. You'll be able to play on them, directly affecting them with certain situations, environments, or heroes that are going to bedevil them. So that way, it does, in a sense, it's giving it that take that aspect, without the take that aspect being the entirety of the game, being what the game is about. It's kind of like just having some sprinkles on your ice cream, I guess. I like the fact that it's in there, but it's not the game. Now, the rules to this, like any of the Villainous games, in fact, if you know the rules to any other of the Villainous games, you're going to know 80 to 90% of what to do in this or any other Villainous game. There's only a few minor tweaks here and there between them, so it makes it very easy. Now, besides that, it's not hard, it's not difficult at all to get these rules, because they're not made convoluted, and there's no need of a reference book on top of the rules. And with each of the villains getting their own little 3-page pullout, giving you, the player, exact details on the villain, their quests, their goals, their powers and abilities. It really does open everything up, turning this into a much larger game, actually, now that I think about it. But still, very easy to learn, very easy rules to pick up, to teach. And even the setup time for this is not very long. You pick out your deck of cards, you open up your board, that's pretty much it. I mean, you may need to grab a couple of tokens, but then you're ready to start. Easy learning, easy teaching, quick setup. The game box isn't all that big, so it's not that hard to transport either. I mean, these Villainous games are practically begging you to play them. Now the art. And this is across the board really for any Villainous game, isn't it? If you know them, you got to agree with me on that, right? But the art for this is really, really good. I mean, you feel like you're looking at a comic book when you're looking at this. The art does help bring the entire Marvel universe to life while you're playing it just by looking at it. They didn't cheap out on the artwork. They didn't cheap out on the components. And as I say about all the Villainous games, I mean, I really love the character movers, the character pawn representatives. I don't want to call them minis. They're not minis, right? They're movers because you're moving them back and forth on their individual boards. They're pawns in a way. But they're artistically created in this Art Deco style. Almost noir flavor on top of it. And I really like it. It really makes it stand out than other games with other common pawns or miniatures or standees. This gives it a very impactful feel. And I can't get over how much I really enjoy seeing Art Deco style, especially in board games. I like to see more of that style. If you're a fan of good, competitive games of individuality, you're going to like this game. But have you played it? Do you know this game? If so, come on, put something in the comments. Let me and everyone else know what you think of it, because we spent almost 8 minutes with me talking about why I like it. So please, go check out and tell us what you like about Marvel Villainous.